Hey, Mid-Atlantic Rock Review's Marmy Rock Show, a good friend of the Rock Show. We have got Dellacoma with us. He's coming to us from, I don't even know where Dell's coming to us from right now. He's cruising, he's traveling the world doing music. Dell, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So where are you right now, man? Did you get off the cruise, or where are you calling me from right now?
Yeah. So I'm in Napier, New Zealand. So I've been I've been doing a bit of work with an In Excess tribute show, and also a Bon Jovi tribute show. Tribute show aboard Royal Caribbean Ovation of the Seas, and we've stopped at port.
So tell me a little bit about the new song, Vampires and a Cautionary Tale. Tell me about the tune.
He did some work with me last year, and we were sitting on my couch in Melbourne, and that song just kind of came. It apart from the fact that it just came out. It's one of the coolest writing experiences for me that I think that I've ever had, because it just when you tap into something, it becomes easy. And you slave away over songs so much, and then you hit one that's like easy, and you kind of think, well, why can't they all be like this?
This song's a little bit different than a lot of the stuff you write. Talk about the style of this song.
It's very different for me. It was kind of born, I guess, from the fact that Jason, with my voice, he wanted to sort of visit some really deep blues vibe, and so we started writing, and he just kind of started playing some chords that he thought would bring out some cool tones in my voice, it's kind of it's almost a dark power ballad, I guess, in a way, but it's super bluesy. It feels very swampy to me as well. I get like images of like New Orleans and cobblestones and that sort of stuff.
I can really hear that in it, man, and it's such a cool tune from you. Now, is this part of an album that you're going to be releasing soon?
Well, not soon. But we've sort of had some struggles over the last sort of 2-3 years. It's been a bit rocky. Just the realities of the music business, and trying to make everything work and keep everyone happy internally, but also keep the vision that I had when I started the band intact. And it's been a bit challenging the last 2-3 years. So we're pressing ahead, and we're still doing an album, but it's going to be probably, hopefully, around Christmas time or early 2020. So the plan is for releasing this song, then we'll be releasing the second single in 2 or 3 months. Once we get a full music video out for this song, then we'll be dropping another lyric video, another single, another music video, and then probably a third single before the album actually comes out. That'll give us time to actually properly make sure that the album's exactly where we want it, because especially with how long it's been since the first album, I don't want to just rush something and put it out. I want to make sure, you always want to make sure that it's right, but especially when there's a longer time since you put out music, I think there's a bit of an expectation there.
Now, with as busy as it sounds like you are just listening to that, what's my hope here in the U.S. of seeing you come to the States again?
Well, this year actually will be the very first year, 2019. I have no plans for the U.S. or Europe, and it'll be the first year that I haven't toured the U.S. since 2010. But it just felt like, with everything going on, and really to get new music out, this opportunity came up to do some work on some cruise ships, which has been great for fan base, because it's new people discovering my music as well, because they go online and they see other bands that roll in and everything like that. But it's also a good opportunity to make some steady income. it's also allowed me to really focus on the writing and recording phase of this album, which is something that's really needed to happen for a while. So, taking a break from the international touring with Dellacoma for this year, and then 2020 is sort of when I'm looking to look at some international shows and some tours once the new record is out. We've got a few singles under our belt.
Now, with the internet, we might have missed a little, so tell folks what you're doing right now. This is really cool where I'm talking to you from. Where are you and what are you doing right now?
I am in Napier, New Zealand. Just got off a Royal Caribbean cruise ship for a day spot. I'm singing in the Australian Excess show, which is a tribute to In Excess and also Bon Jovi Experience. Singing both those bands, and just picked up a ton of work on the cruise ships. They've just really loved what we're doing. So we've been basically spending between 14 and 20 days a month on board cruise ships doing these 2 shows, which has been a great opportunity for me to work consistently in the industry, and also explore different parts of my voice that I haven't previously, and also free up some of my daytimes to be able to do some planning and writing and all that sort of stuff as well. It's been a lot of fun too.
Now, when we hear the new music, are you I guess I've always known you kind of as a solo artist that, brings a touring band with you. Are you truly still a solo artist at this point, or do you have like a kind of diehard group that works with you?
No, I at the moment, I'm just really focusing on trying to get this record out. I've got some people, multiple people that I have worked with in the past, and that I guess network, if you will, is kind of growing. The unfortunate reality of original music is, you can't pay the bills with hopes and maybes. So if stuff doesn't really start taking off financially, then a lot of times people have kind of got to move on. And that's been, I guess, the majority of my career is trying to keep the quality together. But at the same time, there's when the money isn't there, and the money comes and goes. But in original music, it's very much a slow burn. How much, especially independent original music. My focus at the moment is getting the right people around me to record this record, and then once the record's out, then I'll sort of look at what the opportunities are based on that music, and then put together the live touring lineup, which has been a bit different from how I've done things in the past. But at the moment, I feel like the last sort of two or 3 years for me has been making sure I have a live band together, and unfortunately that's been at the expense of new music, and I just felt like it's time where I really need to make sure that I get some new music out. So I've got the guitarist, songwriter, and producer of a band called Bad Moon Born. He's a good friend of mine. His name's Voya, and we're doing a lot of writing together, and then doing also a lot of recording with the main singer and songwriter and vocalist for a band called Cicada Stone. Both are Melbourne based. And then I'm just, if I'm vibing with somebody, I might, try and write a song and see where it takes me. But I've also done a lot more of my own writing as well on this record, which I'm looking forward to just seeing where that goes, which is something I haven't really done in the past. Previously, it's been sort of My Kind of Woman has been the only song. My Kind of Woman and Dead Will Rise have been the only songs that I've ever put out that I've written predominantly. Everything else that I've ever done has been me writing vocals and lyrics to music that other people have written.
So, my experience with you has always been here in the U.S., and I've seen you in the Midwest and the East Coast. Do you have an unofficial home here in the U.S., like a place you reside mostly when you're here?
Not really a home per se. I spend a lot of time over there. I did technically live in Austin, Texas for 9 months when I was building the band, but I wasn't really there a whole lot. I guess I guess I've got a few hubs throughout the U.S. Like Philadelphia has always been very close to me.
I was wondering about Philly because that's where I see you the most.
Yeah, I've got a lot of really good friends there, and I really love the vibe of that city. I got some really good friends in Topeka, Kansas. So there's a little dive bar there that I've played more than any other bar in the entire world, which is pretty crazy to think about. And then, yeah, I'd say those are probably my main hubs. Milwaukee as well. Milwaukee has got a lot of love for me, and I got a lot of love right back for them as well. So those would probably be my three hubs, if you will. Like I always look to them sort of first when I'm planning out stuff.
Well, we would love to see you at a festival here again in the U.S., and I'm excited about your new music. And what's the best thing you want people to do right now to go check out what you're doing? Do you want them to go to give us the Facebook page, the website where you want people to find your new stuff?
Well, Dellacoma.com is the official website. We've actually we've got an official fan club that's entirely started and run by fans out of Germany. A couple called Torsten and Kathy. They've seen the band 10 times across Germany, Holland, and Belgium, and they do an incredible job of sort of picking up where I'm at and what I'm doing and kind of putting it all together, and all the different band members and all that sort of stuff as well. And they've got a website as well, which is DellacomaFanClub.com. They also run a Facebook page, which is Dellacoma Fan Club. Also on Facebook, if you just look up Dellacoma, you'll find the band. And the new lyric video for the new single is on YouTube as well. So we'll be doing a music video for that sort of in the next few weeks. I've got my very first feature film is in post-production at the moment. And Vampires is actually the title track to that movie. So we're kind of doing something new for me. We're shooting a music video, but also cutting in some scenes from the movie. So that should hopefully be ready to release in the next sort of 3 weeks, hopefully 3-4 weeks.
Well, we're going to keep an eye on that for sure. In the U.S. here, man, go to Vampires, A Cautionary Tale. Find that. Just Google it. You can YouTube it. Find all that good stuff. And, Del, man, thank you so much for being here. God knows what time it is where you are. We had so much of a struggle working this out, but I appreciate you being on a cruise ship and, like, working this out. I can't thank you enough for being here tonight. So thanks so much for being back on the show, man.
Well, thanks so much for having me. I got a lot of love for you guys, so hopefully I'll see you soon.